Welcome to the 10 o'clock news. I'm Andrew Shepard.
And I'm Gina Bergen.
And this is our special election of 1856 edition.
Later, we'll have an exclusive interview with each of the candidates.
Except Millard Fillmore, who no one gives a crap about anyway.
Before that, though, let's tell you a little bit about each of the candidates.
Including Millard Fillmore, who no one gives a crap about anyway, but we need to drag this out for 15 minutes.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Gina's mom. The primary candidates in this election are Democrat James
Buchanan.
And Republican John C. Fremont.
The main issue of this election is slavery. Both candidates will later be giving their opinions on the issue and many others in our exclusive interviews before the election. The candidates have extremely opposing views about slavery. Buchanan does not support immediate emancipation. He realizes that ending slavery will break up our country, further weaken its strength and unity. Fremont, on the other hand, doesn't support slavery at all and plans to work towards abolition.
And no one gives a crap about Fillmore. But let's move on.
This news station is extremely technologically advanced, and we now use a new invention called the telephone.
Ooh.
We'll now be opening the lines to hear opinions from our viewers.
Yes, caller number one. What is your name?
Jemima Wilson from Georgia.
Well, hello there, Jemima. And who are you supporting in this election?
I support Buchanan Ananan.
Buchanan.
Yes, him.
What are your reasons for supporting,
Buchanan.
him?
Well, my reasons are numerous. However, the main one is that my husband owned slaves. Therefore, he's the best choice for us. He knows slavery is best for the Southern economy and is a very practical man for that reason. He most definitely has my husband's vote.
Well, thank you for calling and giving your opinion. We're going to go to the next caller.
Hello, you're on the air. Who is this?
Prescott Smithers from Vermont.
And who are you going to be voting for in this election?
Fremont, because he does not want slavery and plans to end slavery in America.
Why do you feel that slavery should end?
Because it's ruining our country. Southerners don't know how terrible slavery is, and they refuse to acknowledge that the North has better ideas for our country's growth.
Of course, of course. Thank you, sir.
Let's move to the next caller. Who is this?
This is Millie Longo, and I think you should vote for Millard Fillmore because he is very handsome and cool.
Okay, Milford, get off the phone. Stop calling. No one gives a crap about you.
Vote for me.
I wish you'd stop calling me.
Uh-huh. Moving on.
Now, later we'll have interviews with Fremont and
Buchanan.
and Fillmore, even though no one gives a crap about him,
We're required by our station to interview Fillmore.
unfortunately.
Oh well, let's begin with those interviews as the candidates anxiously await the results of the election and get one last chance to impress America.
We will go live to Lauren in the field, who is with James B.
Buchanan. After this commercial break.
Are you stupid? Vote for Fremont. Money everywhere, money.
And we're back.
We're now going to go live to Lauren in the field, who is interviewing James Buchanan.
Buchanan.
Well, who told you how to pronounce it anyway?
So, you're James Buchanan.
That would be so.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so, how did you get yourself involved with politics in the first place?
Well, I was in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives for 2 years as a Federalist. Then I was in Congress for 4 years while being a chairman U.S. House Committee on the Judiciary and was even asked to be the new Justice of the Supreme Court. But I didn't want to. I'm too cool. Anyway, I also served as Secretary of State under President Polk.
Wow, that's some intense stuff! Okay, so, what's this I hear about you and Cuba?
I want it bad.
Anyway, why do you think you were nominated over many other very, very, very highly qualified people who could have done a great job?
Well, I think it's mostly because I was in England during the troublesome Kansas-Nebraska debate, so I don't really have any enemies or sides in the issue. I think it will really help me in this race.
That might just help a tad.
You're weird.
I've been told. But I've also been told that you intend to extend this somewhat crisis that we are in concerning a splitting country? Is this true, and how the heck do you intend to do such a thing? Seems impossible to me.
It's not impossible. I'm strongly encouraging citizens to obey and listen to the Constitution, as they should be doing already. In addition, I intend to keep the balance of slave and non-slave states as even as possible.
Okay. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Dude, if your name was Stan, that totally would have worked. Anywho, next question. So, what's your opinion on slavery?
Well, as I mentioned a few seconds ago, I am a full supporter of the Constitution and think it should be obeyed and carried out by law. If slavery is allowed by law, then let it be. Like the Beatles song.
Who are the Beatles?
Oh, what? This is awkward. Never mind. Basically, if the law says so, that action should be carried out.
I see.
Can I help you?
Are you one of them?
What? What?
Anyway, moving on. So basically, you want to follow the Constitution and rely on it to get us through the battles between North and South without erupting into war.
Well, I really don't think we can afford anything drastic right now. We need to stick together and do everything we can not to split up more than we already have. The issues will be difficult to resolve, but the Constitution will guide us through.
And I'm the weird one? Well, hopefully, if you become president, wink wink, cough cough, nudge nudge, our country will stay together and prosper, because that's what you want, right?
Constitution! What? Oh, yeah, and...
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Lauren Shanahan.
And I'm James Buchanan.
And we're out!
Well, that was a very interesting interview.
We will now go into the field with Elizabeth, who is interviewing Republican candidate John Fremont. Would you like an assault?
We have here John C. Fremont, who happens to be the first Republican candidate ever.
Thank you. Couldn't be happier about this election.
That's such a nice thing for you to say, Mr. Fremont. Before I discuss the complexity of this election, let's begin with your early years.
So, I was born in Savannah, Georgia on January 21st. I had a nice life, went to Charleston College where I taught mathematics.
Really? Math?
Yeah, but later I had an interest in mapping areas.
Is there anywhere very interesting that you mapped?
Actually, I mapped most of the Oregon Trail.
All those goals are very excellent, but do not all coincide with the goals of a president. Do you think you can rule a country without a lot of political experience?
Certainly, because I know what's best for this nation, and I truly want to help the American people.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. How do you feel being ahead of the Republicans?
Let me start off by saying that I am grateful for the Republicans for nominating me. I don't have much political experience, but I know how to be a strong leader. I have won battles in the Mexican-American War and helped annex California and have explored the western frontier.
Those factors should help you, but is it also true that the Republicans are a very young group? Do you think this will hurt your chances of being elected?
To be honest, I don't think it will. We're new, but that means that we are in touch with what people want today, not 10 or 20 years ago.
You do have a point there, and for the folks watching at home who don't know what Republicans want, please explain what the Republicans hope to achieve.
Sure. Right now, what unifies us is the idea that slavery needs to be contained. It should not expand at all, and in time, slavery should no longer exist.
Wouldn't you say this is a rather